It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday morning, January 4th. I'm James Spann, back in the saddle again. Cold weather headlines are forecast in the short term. Another cold shot due in here about a week from now. Let's check it out. Water vapor satellite view. Troughing over the eastern U.S., helping to pull down the colder air that we've been feeling of late. And we are below freezing in spots as this day begins. 29 at Decatur, 31 for Cullman and Haleyville, Birmingham 33. We'll expect a high only in the 40s today. In fact, the NAM is suggesting a high of only 39. That sounds a little too cold. We figure mid-40s in most spots. Around the nation, pretty much run out of warm air. It's been flushed out. Those numbers looking a lot like January. And of course, that means no severe weather problems because the air is nice and stable. No convective outlooks to deal with anytime soon. This is the watch warning map. We've got some scattered winter weather problems in the western states, but generally speaking, things are pretty quiet. This is the rain for the next 5 days. First off, the good news, look at the rain in California. Hey, the old El Nino storm machine helping them out. Some good rains where they desperately need it. Around here, about 1/2 inch, and this is valid through Saturday morning, and the bulk of this will be coming Thursday night with a little feature passing by, as you'll see. But let's go through the dailies. Here we go. This is noon today off the GFS, the 06Z run at 500 millibars. You can see the troughing in the east. Down below that, a chilly and dry day. And again, I think the NAM is too cold at 39. We'll expect mid-40s in most spots today, and that's about 10 degrees below average. And the sky should be mostly sunny. Tomorrow we'll start the day well down in the 20s. Mid-20s are likely, a significant freeze. I'd say the high tomorrow in the upper 40s, and the sky will stay sunny. Wednesday, we'll call it partly sunny with low 50s. Right where we should be for this time of the year. We stay dry. Thursday, you can see that surface low over Oklahoma, with rain breaking out to the west. Again, this is at midday Thursday, so it could be the daytime will be dry, but clouds will certainly increase, and we'll expect a high in the middle 50s. This is midnight Thursday night. That batch of rain moves in, and I don't know if we get a 1/2 inch, maybe closer to a 1/4 inch. Moisture is going to be limited and certainly no instability, but a good chance of some rain Thursday night, and then by Friday at midday, that rain masses out of here as a dry slot moves in. So it looks like the better chance of rain Thursday night. And the high Friday will be around 60. There's no cold air immediately behind that. So that might be the most comfortable day of the week. All right, this is Saturday as the weekend begins. We'll note that strong disturbance over southern Canada. Down below that, the day should be nice. Partly sunny with low 60s a possibility. The GFS is printing a high of 62. But Sunday, troughing begins to dig in the western states, and that is a cold trough. And down below that, a surface low comes out of the Gulf of Mexico Sunday, suggesting a chance of rain as the weekend wraps up. And we will mention that in the forecast, and the weather starts to turn colder. More than likely, we stay in the 40s all day Sunday. Monday, that cold trough digs and is progressive. Down below that, again, Monday looks like a cool, dry day. That rain that we had Sunday is gone. The high would be close to 50, maybe upper 40s. And this is the middle of next week. This is Wednesday the 13th. That's a very cold look for much of the United States, at least the eastern half of the country. Check out the surface look. That's a 1,048 millibar high that's over the western high plains. Very cold. Should be the coldest air of the season. This is suggesting we might have a hard time getting past the mid to upper 30s on that day. And again, this is Wednesday, the 13th of January. Look at the temperature anomalies. And that's cold, man. Goodness, from Montana and the Dakotas on down into Oklahoma and Texas. I mean, that is big-time cold. Those are temperatures that are, 35, almost 40 degrees below average in through there. They could stay below zero much of the day. But, of course, everybody wants to know, is it going to snow here? Well, there's no evidence of that for the next 10 to 12 days here. You can see that and this is the projected snow cover out there. And, again, there might be some just north of here. But, again, as we say so often here, we don't like to get into specifics beyond 7 days. But right now there's no evidence to support that here, none. through the next 10 days or so. Look at the temperature anomalies coming off the European ensemble. And this is a pretty good way of looking at this. This is again centered on Wednesday of next week, the 13th. And the coldest air, according to the European ensembles, and this is the mean of the ensemble members, is a little north of here. But still, that's pretty cold for the whole eastern and northern part of the United States. So a big message, it's going to be cold. Look at the temperatures. And again, this is at, let's see, late Wednesday night. Those shades of bright blue, that's the sub-zero numbers, and they're coming pretty far down toward Kansas City. And we're cold here. I mean, that might get us easily in the teens. Coldest air so far this season, most likely. Check the teleconnections. This is the Arctic Oscillation, strongly negative through most of mid-January. That opens the door for Arctic air to drop south, and this is the North Atlantic Oscillation, and that stays negative, and that opens the door for that cold air to move into the eastern half of the country. So the pattern just looks cold kind of next week. Look at the numbers off the GFS ensembles, and again, you can see the cold shot we have now, the next cold shot for the middle of next week, and I would suggest the numbers are going to be colder than that. It's got us in the 40s and lows around 30, but again, I wouldn't be shocked if we saw some teens by the middle of next week, so hang on for some cold air. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.